Hello folks, welcome to City Skylines in an episode I'm going to call I Don't Think We're Gonna Make It. Yeah, so our population has continued to drop. I dropped services as much as possible, and everybody started to complain about a lack of services. Cheers for that, lads. And then I've just increased taxes to try and stop basically the black hole that has appeared in my bank balance, that is going to effectively wipe it out, unless we turn it around effectively pronto. I don't see any way back from the situation we're in right now, because it's just impossible for my my hearses to actually get the job done, because they're being sent off on ridiculous missions that just simply aren't helping. They're not helpful. This situation where your hearse can be pulled all the way across the city to try and help out elsewhere, while undoubtedly noble in principle, is lousy in practice, because it denies your local areas the services they desperately need. And in this case, that service is the picking up of corpses. Look at it. It's ridiculous. And, I mean, if we look at the budget panel here, everything's currently set at 13%. I know you're going to say, drop it. I don't know. I have done. I did. I dropped it significantly to try and offset the number of people dying with more people coming in. Look how much I'm spending on healthcare. Look at it. 36 grand is my healthcare budget. Almost as ridiculous as my my garbage recovery budget. You will notice, of course, that garbage hasn't been a problem for ages. You can resolve the problems if you spend enough money, but in this case, I just haven't been able to do that. And I've never seen a garbage plague quite as significant as this plague of death we've got going on at the moment. Things are improving a little, but again, I don't think I'm going to make it, which is why I started recording. I said I was going to wait until we were out. There's one. Come here, you. Right. Now, where are you off to? The Brook residence. Hold still. Actually, that's quite local. Well, that makes a flipping change. Just follow him. Yeah, okay, so, I was going to get out of trouble before I started recording again, but I thought that this might be the end of the road. Look, there, another hearse. Everywhere you go, hearses. But I thought, if we're going to go out, you might as well see it. And, yeah, I mean, I'm optimistic that we'll make our way back from it, but who knows? In fact, actually, this is owned by a crematorium. Now, where, should we tab back out, where is said crematorium? Crematorium's here, and the hearse is over there. So that's not too far, but I have seen them being, where are you going? Pharmacy. Alright, that's also nearby. This makes a change. There you see, they're now all griping about the tax rate. Alright, look, I'll drop it, but you better move in. That's all I'll say. If you don't move in, then it's all over. Alright, I'll drop you down to 10%, which is generous, even by my standards. Griping about a 13% tax rate. That's nothing. Where did my hearse go? I was following it. Alright, find me another one. Yeah, so the likelihood that we get anything done today is slim, because I need to understand, I need to demonstrate. I'm going to demonstrate to you fine people exactly what the problem is. Poplar residence. Where's Poplar? I'm clicking it. Okay, that's local. Which cemetery have you come from? This one. Oh, yes, I put down 2 cemeteries, of course, to try and help with Crop Circle getting it under control. And actually, it's not too bad in Crop Circle, but that's where an awful lot of tax revenue comes from, people. Right over there. And we're now burning 50 grand a week. That's why we didn't drop the taxes. And has it had a positive impact on our population? No. No, it has not. Things are bad. Let's have a look at power. I'm 300 over on power, which doesn't let me drop it by much. Maybe knock 5% off. We could possibly do the same. What's water looking like? Yeah, water we can probably knock 5% off as well. I'm reluctant to reduce trash collection because it doesn't take much for that to drop below. Well, look at this, now burning 70 grand a week. Friends, we're not going to make it. This city has been a delight to work with. I'm going to miss it if my death services were to actually keep up. This whole sorry affair needn't have happened. And maybe it's partly due to the expense involved in incinerating stuff, and whether that's for trash collection. 108 moved in, 52 moved in. I'm going to ramp the tax again. It's not made enough of a difference. Let's get back to 12%. Look, I can't have tax rates so low that they're just going to drive me into bankruptcy. I mean, I'll take out a loan, but unless people move in, I'll never repay it. This is what happens when your city is screwed. Is it a fault of the game? Yes, it's a fault of the game. It's not my fault at all. I'm blaming the game entirely for this. Stop nicking my hearses from a million miles away to go and deal with trouble elsewhere. If it can't be dealt with elsewhere, that's their problem. And maybe I did it deliberately. Let's keep things connected where we can. It's also terribly bad. Okay, right. Well, 25 grand a week, 22 grand a week we're losing. Okay, those new tax rates are kicking in. I like the way that it takes a little while for changes in taxation and changes in policy to actually manifest in your budget. Right, I think we've bought about 10 weeks, maybe just short of that. Unless people start moving in. Now, they're going to be reluctant to move in, but the level of services that there are in the city overall should mean, there's one, picking up a dead person, which you're owned by a cemetery. See, and the fact that the 3 that I've looked at so far have all come from a cemetery is a bit of a telltale. Right, let's see if there's one. Where are you going? Right, you've come from a crematorium here, right? This crematorium area over there. And you're heading to the Hemlock residence over here. You are lost. You are a million miles away from where you need to be. So let's go in. Maybe just fancy driving along the bridge. And that's the other thing I think happens is that your hearses end up chasing their own tails because somebody else picks up the one that they were heading to, and they go, oh right, in that case I'll turn around. So you end up with half your hearse fleet doing increasingly large U-turns all over the place, reducing their overall effectivity. Now, there is I mentioned before that there's a mod on the workshop that apparently fixes pathfinding. It sets priorities really quite nicely for both hearses and garbage trucks. The downside to it is it doesn't work with one-way streets. So, for this city, for Crop Circle, that would work magnificently because I've got no one-way streets in there. Hold on, mental note. No, I haven't got any one-way streets in Crop Circle. But for the old city, there's one-way stuff all over the place, so it just wouldn't work. It would leave me worse off than I am now. But once we are free and clear... it's most baffling underground stuff. I love it. Once we've either got this under control and have deleted the old city, or once we're in a new city... Don't get me wrong, I'm not hoping we fail. Well, okay, half of me is hoping we fail, because this city is a disaster. I'm going to take the principles that we've already picked up. So underground highways, designated areas. I'll take the Crop Circle design and I'm going to start again. In fact, I'm not leaving it up to you whether we survive this or not. I think a restart is overdue. 60 odd episodes in and the city's a big pile of arse. So yes, this is the last episode in the series. You see, I say that and people are starting to move back in. Or is it? Is it the last episode? Are we going to make a shocking, last-minute, on the brink of despair recovery? Okay, right, you're actually loading up a corpse now. Congratulations, well done. Give yourself a high five. Oh, that's cute. I've not seen that before. A couple of lads come out with a coffin. Okay, where are we going next? Linden Residence. Let's stop following for a sec. Linden Residence. Right, where are you? You're here, and you're going to the Linden Residence. Here. Any questions, anyone? Any questions? Look at that. It's ridiculous. Especially when there's stuff that could be done here. I mean, my two cemeteries that I set in motion, they've actually helped alleviate things here a bit. But, yeah, well, a lot of rubbish. Alright, okay. You know, I'm still pretty much committed to ending this season, I think, and we'll start a fresh one. Season. That's quite a lofty description, isn't it? I want a train. Give me a train. Here we go. Where are you going? You're taking cargo to Rockdale. Have fun. Come on, I want someone who's going down to my port. You're going to cargo train terminal. I bet that's one of my... No, you're not. Okay. What about you? Train station. Take the turning. Yeah, let's go across the bridge. Alright, so what are the fundamentals that I've learned? Build your residential slowly. I mean, I think, you know, there may be merits in building a residential district that is cut off from the outside world, so that the only way that people can get in and out is either on foot or by public transport. You know, metros and trains and that kind of thing. And in so doing, you should make sure that all of your local services stay local. That if you need ambulances or garbage trucks or hearses or fire engines, that they're going to service that local area. Now, that's fun and all, but I don't like it in the principle that, you know, traffic should be able to freely move, but it should have the common sense not to go tear-arsing off across to the other side of the map just because there's slightly elevated... This is really quite a terrific route, this. You know, just because there's slightly elevated demand. This bit could get exciting. Okay, right, well, population's picking back up again, but certainly not at the speed we need it to. I've got 5 weeks' worth of cash left in the bank. This is ace. I like it. Now, see, it's taken the passenger branch here. And doing something more exciting with trains. I think there is plenty of argument for that. But I've made so many mistakes on this map that frankly, you know, if we do recover from this plague, which looks like it might be possible, we're getting 300 people, 326 people are moving back in. Incredible. It looks like this really is a, you know, by the skin of my teeth, we might make it through here. In which case, it's just a question of waiting for the next big drama to occur. You're off to Springdale. Nobody wants to go to Springdale. Get me out of here. I want to see a train that is going to my cargo terminal, because that will be cool. Which cargo terminal are you going to? Interesting. Which route are you taking to get there? Going across the bridge again. I like that. Okay, so next time out, I think we'll start on the same map, because I really like this map. What we won't do is we won't flood half of it. That seems unnecessary. And we will build in such a way that generates some sustainability. I'm hoping we build some sustainability. I want to drive past my port. I don't think that's too much to ask. In fact, this isn't going anywhere near my cargo terminal. There should be a road bridge running in parallel. Unless I just don't know this part of the city that well. Where is it? That. It is running in parallel. Okay, cool. Alright, back on the camera. Go on, take the turning. Go on, do it. Oh no, it's come from the train terminal. It's going to Lakefield. It's not going to do it, is it? No. Boo. Okay, look, I want to finish off with someone coming through here. Oh, what are you telling me here? Nothing of interest. In fact, do any trains even come here? You'd have thought they would, right? You know, it's got 2 freight cargo terminals there. There's one. What are you? Passengers? No. That's the one we were just riding on. Interesting. Now, maybe this is an observation I should have made sooner. Here we go. So look, okay, so I'm going to wrap it up here. I've spoken about this enough. I'm not doing anything with the save. I'm going to keep the save as it is, and I think I'll just let it play through a bit and see where it gets to, because redeveloping a bad city is, it's exhausting. You know, until such a point as I can delete everything. I mean, maybe what I'll do is I'll get to 1 million in the bank and just wipe the lot of this. That'll take care of future plagues. That will take care of hopefully take care of budget trauma. But look at it. You know, we're still plagued up. It's no wonder that, you know, it's almost time for the fat lady to come bursting through the door, going, "I have an objection." Yeah. Thanks for watching this series. All right, I haven't decided if this is the last one or not. I'm going to let it play for a bit and we'll see where it goes. So, who knows? Next time around, it could be something new, could be this again. I know which one you'd prefer because you all told me already. People are no fun. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. Subscribe if you've not done so already. Comments are most welcome. Despite the fact this is back-to-back episodes of just watching a city slowly fall into the sea. I'll be back very soon with more of this city's behaviour. I'll catch you then. Cheerio.